Hearts were denied a Stonewall penalty against Motherwell.
We start with that one.
Let's go with that one.
Okay, I know we've got Ryan here, who's obviously got his maroon tinted specs on. And
no, I don't. No. No, Des. No, I don't. No.
Do you think for a minute I'm going to argue with you?
By the way, what I'm saying is it's a Stonewall penalty, but I hate the fact that it is a penalty.
Right, I'm going to be the most unpopular guy in the world. Steve Conroy and I, who do everything, I don't think it's a penalty.
On what basis, Des?
So I don't think there's enough contact. And
but is there contact?
So this is, but I was sent a picture today or a video, and it shows Maswinisi's foot landing in between the feet of Kizaridis, and Kizaridis actually kicks his own calf. Now, I'm perfectly happy when I first seen it. I didn't think there was anything there. When I seen that, I'm still perfectly happy that it wasn't a penalty kick. And I don't think Kizaridis helped himself by sort of theatrics thereafter. But no, I'm probably one of a minority, but I don't think it was a penalty kick.
You thought it was, Keith, didn't you?
All day long. All day long. And do you know the giveaway, and we've spoken about this before, the players' reactions. If you look at Maswinisi knows his hands come up instantly.
Aye.
He's guilty.
But
he's guilty and he knows it.
But you can't go by players' reactions. And if you are going by players' reactions, show me any Hearts player that claimed for a penalty.
Kizaridis. Kizaridis.
The one who wasn't touched.
Well, that's some accusation, because now you're saying that he's just a diver. For me, Maswinisi plants his foot on his boot, whether it's the full foot, a bit of the foot, a metatarsal, I don't know, but there's contact, and it's a penalty kick. And I'm just staggered that that wasn't the final decision.
I'm quite happy that, and what I'm probably don't mean more happy about it, because like if the penalty was given, I wouldn't have an issue with it. You can understand it, but I was quite happy that Stephen McLean went across, was given the opportunity to look at it, and he was quite happy in his own opinion to say, well, do you know what? Thanks, but no thanks. I'm sticking with my own decision, because it's far too often.
But Des, he then says after the game there was contact, but not enough contact. But that makes no sense, because you can boil an egg, no matter how hard it is. Once it's boiled, it's boiled.
Well, we go back to that, and I've used that analogy as well. You get hard boiled and soft boiled eggs, obviously penalties. But we go back to the Kilmarnock versus Dundee game a couple of weeks ago.
That's irrelevant. At the end of the day, see when you see that, and this is not because of Hearts. I hate the fact that it is a penalty, because I don't like it. I would like us to go back to the way it used to be. But the way things have been this year, they slow it down. And I've also heard that the fact that the VAR are saying because they didn't have enough angles, they couldn't really definitively say whether it was or it wasn't, but they think it was. He's 100% touched him. You can see he's 100% touched him. Now, it is soft. I agree with you. Kizaridis makes a meal of it because he rolls 4 or 5 times, which he shouldn't do. But at the same time, there is contact. So it has to be a penalty. There's no way around about it. And he then can't come at the end of the game and say there was contact, but just not enough. If there's contact, there's contact.
Not all contacts are foul. Not every single contact's going to be a foul. And you look at the Maswinisi one that happened after it, and that was the exact same wording that was used. There wasn't enough contact for it to be a penalty.
He hit the Hearts player first.
Potentially, but I'm just not convinced. Right, listen, see if the penalty was given, I wouldn't have any complaints with it. Just my opinion to look at that there. I'm not buying that 100% of that.
But then I don't think that makes sense either. The fact that if the penalty's given, I wouldn't have any complaints. Surely it's one or the other. It's either a penalty or it's not a penalty.
Well, I'm going not a penalty. I'd be happy to stick with more.
But you've got no complaints if they give it?
I can understand if he's gave it, but I wouldn't give it.
But do you understand? See for a football and ex-football and player or a fan, that makes no sense.
Oh, I know it sounds
It's madness. It's either a penalty or not a penalty, and that doesn't matter. Whoever team it is, whatever player it is, this is where the VAR just does my head in. And to be fair, what you're saying about Stevie McLean, as much as I think it is a penalty, I wish more referees actually would stand up to it. Because see right now, there's so many referees are so scared to make decisions that is absolutely killing the game. We've seen obviously yesterday down in England. There's so many decisions, there's so much time where they're trying to pick at things. It's just it's an absolute mess.
Willie
honestly.
mentioned a couple of weeks
Daniel,
ago. He doesn't want it to be forensic. He doesn't want it to be forensic, and I understand it. But my opinion on that decision, if it was me and I hadn't given a penalty and I was brought across to look at it again, I'm sticking to my guns and saying no penalty.
Daniel, I'm just going to nip over to yours and we can just sit and share a bag of popcorn.
That sounds good to me.
Do the rest of the show.
The door's unlocked. Well, but John says the length of this debate tells you that the VAR decision was subjective and not black and white. Is that a fair point?
Do you know what the problem is we don't have enough angles, we don't have enough cameras.
Correct.
I spoke to somebody in the know 4 or 5 weeks ago, and they said that the Premier League down in England, they have 20 odd cameras. Now I know there's miles more money, all that sort of stuff, but they have 20. I think they average about 24 cameras at each game.
Yeah.
In Scotland, we have 4, and then we go on the back of the decision against that decision between Motherwell and Hearts, and they're sitting there from VAR saying to the referee, we only have 2 angles of this. So see if we don't have enough angles and we don't have the right equipment to run it properly, why are we running it?
But we were told last week that,
That's a great point.
and it was actually it was a go at us. I've been using the word we've got VAR light. I've been saying that for the past 4.5 years. But on the last review show, we were told that we do not have a watered down system. We have the best available. We clearly don't have the best available, because if we can't have
The best available for the price that we're willing to pay.
Who says that? Who comes out and says we have the best?
Willie Collins said that on his VAR review show with Gordon Duncan.
Willie's drunk. and Willie doesn't even drink. Willie's drunk.
I mean,
What even is that, Des? Seriously, how can you say how can he sit there and say we've got the best product when we all know this is what I dislike so much about it, is the fact that, see, football fans, they're not stupid.
Just be honest.
So why come out and say we have the best thing available? Not Willie, we don't. Why don't you just come out and say, do you know what? See, because of funding and money, we have VAR. And we can only do it to this extent because of the TV money, the revenue, whatever it may be. But see, if you come out and say that, it's honestly, it's just belittling football fans, which is so wrong.
There's the biggest one.